Hi, thank you for watching Let's Talk Parenting. My name is Veronica Kasenga Fruitful. I'm so glad that you've chosen to watch this. May I just remind us to subscribe to my YouTube channel where I talk about tips and various things to do with being a parent. Bonjour, bienvenue à cette émission qui s'appelle Parlons d'être parent. Je m'appelle Veronica, je suis dans la joie que tu regardes cette émission. Mbote na biso nyonso tozolanda program oyo kombo na yango masolo ya kozala moboti na sepe na ndenge bozolanda émission oyo na kosolola makambo ya kozala moboti. I did it, yay! So I was introducing the program in 3 different languages. If you're wondering why I did that, it's because today I want to talk to us about embracing culture. So my name is Veronica, as I've said, and I'm from the DRC, which is the Democratic Republic of Congo. Yes, beautiful country. And I can speak 3 different languages. I can speak English, French, and Lingala, which is my mother tongue. As I said, I was born in the Congo, but I grew up in England. I've spent most of my life in England. It's such a blessing to be able to speak 3 different languages, but if I'm honest, I was not always proud of being able to speak 3 different languages. I didn't really see the benefit of it before. Because I remember when I came to England, the sort of first few years when we came to England, in the spirit of encouraging us to fit into the British culture and also to learn how to speak the language a bit quicker, we were encouraged to only speak English. And I remember my brother and I, we were young, we didn't know any words in English, so we used to just make up words. So, for example, thighs in English, in my language, is mupende. But what we used to do is we used to just add an accent. And so if you add an accent, then that makes it an English word. So it was like mupende. So that's what we did. But eventually we learned the language, which is really, really great. So I guess the trick did work. But in growing up doing that, I actually also adapted the mentality that speaking English was much better than speaking my own language. And in fact, if I remember when I was new in this country, I hardly ever really told people where I was from, what country I came from. If I remember, I think I probably used to say I was like from France because I speak French. And my brother, for some reason, he was from Jamaica. I don't know how, but yeah, he used to say that he was from the Caribbean. I guess back then in the 90s, it was a lot easier to say you were from a country that people recognized than to say that you were a country that people didn't know. My country back then wasn't really talked about as it is today. And if it was talked about, a lot of what was shared was usually negative. There was a lot of negative press. There still is today, but for me, it was a lot worse back then. And so I didn't really have anything that I would be, proud to share with people and say, yeah, I'm from, the DRC. I didn't really have anything to be proud of. In fact, back then it was called Zaire. When I first came here, it was called Zaire, and then the name got changed later. One of the reasons I'm sharing this with us is because I guess growing up now and having my own children, and in light of everything, that's been happening in the world, I feel that it's really important for us to embrace the culture that we come from, our ethnicity, and share that with our children. It doesn't matter what size your country is. It doesn't matter how rich or poor your country is or what it even looks like, the state of it. It's where you're from. It's part of our identity, and it's something that we need to pass on to our children so that they can carry the baton and pass that on to their children. And that is really, really important. It also gives them something to be proud of, because pride, I've learned, is something that you learn to demonstrate from those who are, ahead of you, those who are older than you, the adults around you. When you see them being proud and they're showing you, then you pick that up and you pick up the spirit and you have something to be proud of when you talk about your country. But having said all that, I do want to also point out that our children are not born in a country that we're born in. They're born in another country. And so it's really important for us to embrace also the fact that they are not born in our country. and so they will not see things the way that we see it. And so when we are, sharing about ourselves and where we come from, we have to be mindful that they're not going to see things the way we see it. So I'm not encouraging us to force our children to follow our traditions. I'm encouraging us to share our ethnicity, share our culture, where we come from, so that they are aware of it and they know it. Particularly if, like me, you were born in one country but you grew up in another, it's even more important for us to make the effort to try and share where we come from with our children so they can pass this on. Let's remember that the messages that we are giving our children will influence their choices, their decision, and it will influence how they see the world. And that's what, it'll even influence how they behave towards other people. So it's important that we give them the right message. I hope you've been blessed by what I've shared today. And if you have, share this with other people as well. Subscribe to my YouTube channel where I talk about various different things to do with being a parent. Have a blessed week and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.